Have you ever wondered what happens after the graduation ceremony at a farmer field school? It's this journey that starts with learning, but the real story, the important part, actually begins right where most people think it ends. So today we're going to dig into how you can transform a group of learners into a sustainable, community-leading force. Let's get into it.
Okay, so first things first. What exactly is a farmer field school, or an FFS? Look, forget about a simple training session. I want you to think of it more like a powerhouse, a platform where three essential elements all come together. You've got the on-the-ground wisdom of farmers, the cutting-edge insights from research, and the practical support of extension services. It's this dynamic partnership that really sparks genuine change.
And the whole point of this collaboration? Well, it's something truly transformative. We're talking about farmer empowerment. It's all about shifting the power dynamic, so farmers become the undisputed experts of their own land. And this isn't just about getting better yields. It's about creating leaders who can make smart, strategic decisions and organize their entire communities for a much bigger impact. Now, to get to that level of empowerment, there's a proven roadmap. It's a 4-phase journey, a whole life cycle that's designed to take a group from that initial spark of an idea all the way to lasting, sustainable success. So let's walk through what that looks like. And here it is, the entire journey laid out right in front of you. This FFS life cycle, it's more than just a map. It's like a self-reinforcing engine for growth. It all starts with laying the groundwork. Then you formalize the group. Then you dive into this intensive learning phase. And this is the really key part. You power through to the follow-up phase. See how each step just fuels the next one? It creates this really powerful cycle of progress. Let's break it down a bit. Phase 1 is all about digging in, really getting to understand what the community needs. Then in Phase 2, you build the scaffolding, setting up the rules, the constitution, selecting leaders. Phase 3 is where all the action is, getting your hands dirty with field studies and analysis. And Phase 4, that's where the real magic begins. That's where you turn all that learning into a sustainable business and a powerful network.
But, just like any journey, there are always roadblocks. And in the FFS lifecycle, there's this one notorious sticking point where, honestly, countless groups just hit a wall and lose all of their momentum.
I want you to picture this. After months and months of intensive learning, you're finally at the graduation ceremony. It feels amazing, right? It's a moment of triumph, a huge celebration of everything you've accomplished. It really, really feels like the finish line, the end of the road.
But that's exactly where you'd be wrong. Here is the critical and frankly often overlooked truth. Despite all of that incredible hard work, most FFS groups stall out right here, at the end of Phase 3. They graduate, and then nothing. Just crickets.
And this is a massive risk. I mean, think about it. All that effort, the outreach, the trust you built, the hard-won skills you learned. Does all of that just, poof, vanish into thin air when the group goes their separate ways?
No, absolutely not. That foundational work from those first 3 phases is pure gold. It is not the end of the line. It's the launchpad for something so much bigger. And that right there brings us to the game changer. The most overlooked, yet maybe the most powerful phase of them all. Unlocking the completely untapped potential of Phase 4, life after graduation.
This is where a major mindset shift has to happen. In Phase 4, the group transforms from students into entrepreneurs. They evolve from just a learning circle into a powerhouse business entity that's ready to make a real, tangible economic impact.
So how do you actually make that leap? Well, it all comes down to 4 key activities. Think of these as the pillars of a thriving post-graduation group. You've got generating income, building networks, scaling up with farmer-led schools, and forging strong external partnerships. Let's break down each one.
First up, income generation. This is about taking that knowledge and turning it into actual cash. And it's not just about earning more money for yourselves, it's about creating a self-sustaining cycle of success, where the profits you make can fuel future growth and maybe even help start new FFS groups.
Second, networking. A single FFS group is like a spark, right? But a network of them, that's an inferno. By joining forces, farmers can share intel, they can leverage collective buying power, they can tap into much bigger markets, and believe me, they become a force to be reckoned with when it comes to advocating for their needs.
Third, creating farmer-led FFS. This is where the impact just goes exponential.
By training your top graduates to become the facilitators for new second-generation groups, you create this amazing ripple effect. It allows the FFS model to spread organically, farmer to farmer.
And finally, building linkages, because no group is an island. Connecting with microfinance, with research institutions, with ongoing projects, that's the lifeline. That's what ensures you have continuous growth and access to new ideas and innovation.
So what's the bottom line here? The FFS journey is a catalyst for transformation. It's about turning students into leaders and learners into a whole new generation of entrepreneurs.
Let's just summarize real quick. Remember, the FFS is a full 4-phase journey. Getting stuck after graduation, it's a real danger, so watch out for it. But all that hard work in those first 3 phases, that is the foundation for phase 4. And that final phase is all about business, networks, and scaling up. All of this just proves that graduation is not the end. It's just the beginning.
So I'll leave you with this one thought. Graduation from a farmer field school, it isn't the finish line. It's the starting block for a much, much bigger race. So the real question is your group ready to run?